I was working a double shift that night. It was the 4th of July, and it was hotter than hell in the city. And people were partying their brains out. Racine had a long history of whooping it up on the 4th. I got a call for a noise disturbance out at the lighthouse. I figured it was teenagers getting drunk on the beach like they did most weekends in the summer. Rich people prefer that the riffraff stay downtown. When I arrived, it was quiet. Too quiet. The fog had lowered the temps and maybe they had already split. Then, I found the body. Inspector Perlman told me to leave the crime scene to the detectives and to go talk to the lighthouse keeper and get his statement. This guy was a real wackadoo.
Excuse me, I'm Deputy H.C. Fox.
Well, you hear about the miracles?
Sir, have you seen any strange activity here tonight?
As strange as all we get around here. Those hooligan kids running around, causing trouble, all kinds of debauchery, naked up and down my beach, throwing beer cans all over. You know, I run a tidy lighthouse.
He was the primary suspect because he lived 100 feet from where the body was found. But in just a few minutes of talking with him, I was certain it wasn't him.
It's that Manson family stuff all over again. These kids taking their trip to the LSD, they killed her. Wait, you're gonna blame me on this? You know, you didn't read me my Miranda rights. Attica.
Calm down.
A real John Bircher, but harmless. Plus, his wife was there, and she corroborated his alibi.
You know, it's probably those crazy Irish. Ever since that JFK, they're all uppity. Or the Italians, you can't trust them. Or maybe the Masons with their rituals and tiny cars in the parade and fezzes running around. You can't trust them either.
Bye, Pharaoh.
Facts. She had been stabbed at least 50 times. The killer had cleaned her up and he combed her hair. She was cold to the touch and ashen gray. She wasn't bruised or tied up. She bled a lot, but there was very little blood at the scene. Maria was a wild child, a juvie, arrested for curfew, drinking, shoplifting, and pot possession. Why at the lighthouse? Suspects: the crazy lighthouse keeper, a drifter, a psycho, her old man, an ex, a friend, a pervert. I knew one thing. I was going to find her killer, no matter what it took.
Hello, who is this? Fox, it's your dad. Did you hear about that girl they found dead?
I was the one who found her.
5, 4, 3, 2. And Title 2.
You're watching Bell City Cable TV in Racine.
Title 3.
The news is sponsored by Art Metals Studio, 332 Main
Four.
Street, downtown Racine. Get a cool piece of handcrafted jewelry for your lady at Art Metals Studio. Channel 9 News with Anchorman Steele McManus.
Good afternoon, Racine, and happy birthday, America. I'm Steele McManus, and this is July 5th, and this is your local, regional, and national news on Channel 9 BCC TV. Today's lead story is the Racine 4th of July Parade. This year, over 200,000 people lined the parade route as we celebrated the bicentennial of these great United States of America, the 200th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. Racine has the distinction of having the largest parade in the state. As you can imagine, special efforts went into making this year's celebration the largest ever, with bands from over 20 states, more than 40 floats, and a variety of politicians from throughout Wisconsin. It was a great time for young and old, and you can watch a rebroadcast of the parade today at 5 p.m. on Channel 8. Turning to the world of entertainment, Paul McCartney and Wings reached number 1 on the charts with Silly Little Love Song. And at the box office, The Omen was the top movie. So now let's take a look at the weather. We've got Bruno Boswick in the Weather Center. Bruno, what can you tell us? Have you seen The Omen?
I did, and it was so scary I almost hid under my seat. In weather news, yesterday was a beautiful summer day. We saw a high of 92 degrees with clear skies all day, except for a temperature inversion in the village of Wind Point. They saw pea soup thick fog and temps as low as 60 degrees. Today, it will be another beautiful day with a high of 89 and a low of 70. The rest of the week will be much of the same. Tuesday, we should see a high of 85 and a low of 65. Wednesday and Thursdays, highs in the 80s and lows near 60 degrees. Friday and Saturday, temperatures will drop with highs in the 70s with a 50% chance of thunderstorms on Saturday and an 80% chance of thunderstorms on Saturday. Should be a great couple days to visit North Beach and go swimming in Lake Michigan. The water temperature is a balmy 62 degrees. It's a good time to take the kids and the old folks to the zoo and see the llamas. That's your local weather, and I'm Bruno Boswick, your Channel 9 weatherman. Back to you, Steele.
All right, thank you, Bruno. And The Omen is just not my style. I'm not really into those scary movies. I'd rather watch something where there's sex. No. I'm getting word from the control room right now that we've got some breaking news. Seems that we've got a murder that has just taken place in Racine. We have one of our reporters on the scene. We're going to go to Mindy LeClaire. Mindy? All right, go ahead, Mindy.
We are live from the lighthouse, and there has been a murder. What we know so far is that a blonde girl in her early 20s was found naked at the lighthouse. She had been stabbed multiple times. We spoke with Deputy H.C. Fox of the Racine Sheriff's Department. Deputy, were there any identifiable marks on the body?
Well, other than the large amount of stab wounds, no.
Were there any pieces of evidence that were left behind?
No, not that we know of. She was completely naked, nothing on her except for towels. We don't know anything.
Thank you, Deputy. The identity of the girl and the motive is not known. We spoke with the lighthouse keeper, Mr. Engels, and he said that he thought it was those fornicating, drugged-out hippies that like to litter on his beach. They currently have no suspects. The star-spangled slasher is still at large. Mindy LeClaire, Channel 9 News, reporting from the murder scene at the Racine County Lighthouse. Back to you, Steele.
I'm your anchorman, Steele McManus, and that's your Channel 9 local news. Marvin, what the hell happened out there?
Oh, well, when I got there, it was so foggy and misty and so dark, eerie. The deputy out there was looking over this naked body, stab wounds left and right. It was very, very evil. Very evil. And I'm going to go get stoned right now and then...
had lots of theories, and as crazy as they were, I followed up on each one. There was a guy that was known for being a pervert and picking up cute hitchhikers out near the lighthouse and trying to get handsy with them.
It's an AMX. It's a one-of-a-kind prototype and built in Kenosha.
Wow. I didn't know K-Town made such badass wheels. You ever get busted in this thing?
No, I have not.
The Wind Point Buzz are such a drag. They nailed me for being in the park after hours. 20 simoleons.
Really?
What's the skinny on these wheels?
It's a one-of-a-kind. It's a prototype built in a styling studio in Detroit. It's kind of a cross between a Javelin and an AMX. It's got a 401 engine, 160 miles an hour. Want to see? It screams.
Groovy. Hit the gas.
Say, Maria, you're kind of a foxy babe. Did you see that bumper sticker on the back of the car when you got in? It says gas, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free.
Will Mike try to get handsy with Maria? Will Maria escape? Is Mike the murderer? Will Maria murder Mike? Don't you want to know how it ends? Find out who murdered Maria. Follow Deputy H.C. Fox as he tries to solve the case. Learn about all the crazy theories and see if you can figure out who the killer is. Watch the rest of the movie at hellcityhitcher.com.